Part of the bowel actually comes out of your back passage.
It's embarrassing more than anything else because you're kind of leaving bits of your skin everywhere.
If I had one wish in the whole world, it would be my hair would go back.
At the core of the healing process is a 7-day juice and broth fast, which the therapists have designed to help flush out built-up toxins and rebalance systems. The joy of juices is still a few days away, but on the second day of their Alpine Spa experience, Detox director Amanda has asked the group to complete a questionnaire to help them realise the various ways toxins can affect their physical vitality.
You're not unusual in the fact that toxins are having an impact on your body. What we've got to do is help the body eliminate them more effectively, and that's the purpose of the detox. And you've already experienced the superficial layers, which is when you're coming off things like caffeine or sugar, and the cravings and the headaches. So, you know, we're going to get deeper and deeper as the week goes through and really try and help your body get rid of anything that's lodged inside there and it's causing problems.
But because the approach here is holistic, toxins lodged in the mind are as much a focus as those in the body. Mind detox therapist Sandy hopes the group will come to understand that negative thought patterns and repressed emotions can impact on their physical well-being.
If you think about it, a crystal clear alpine river, coming down the side of this mountain, you could put your hand in there and drink from it, and it would be cleansing, purifying, and really healthy water. You agree? If that water got stuck somewhere and couldn't flow, a few days later, maybe a couple of weeks, after a while, if that water couldn't get out, what would happen to it? It stagnates, doesn't it? Because it's not able to flow, so it becomes toxic. And in my opinion, the same thing can happen with emotions too. If we have an experience that we experience strong emotion, but we don't let that flow through it, maybe we resist the emotion, maybe it was just so traumatic to our nervous system we didn't know what to do with it at that point in our lives, and it gets stuck, that energy or that emotion, over time, can become toxic and can impact the body, also known as dis-ease, or disease.
The dis-ease that's brought admin assistant Pip to the spa is one that affects up to 1 in 5 Brits. Irritable bowel syndrome has blighted her life for nearly 9 years, and now she suffers from attacks of diarrhoea virtually on a daily basis. She's even reduced her working hours to cope with the indignity of constantly needing the loo.
It's completely, totally embarrassing, especially for a female to talk about being on the toilet. It's not really the done thing, is it? Women don't tend to talk about going to the loo. So yeah, in front of like people you don't know, or obviously if you go off and you're stuck on the toilet somewhere or anything like that, is so embarrassing. Especially when you're a prude like me.
She can laugh about it and distract herself cleaning her home from top to bottom. But Pip's desperate for an answer to her body's internal mess and for a life that's not beholden to her bowels. Here at the spa, the process which might get her back on track physically begins with a psychological fact find with Sandy.
I asked you to bring a photograph to help me get to know you better.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I bought this one. It was actually on my 18th birthday.
Who's that?
That's just a friend.
It's a friend?
Yeah.
And that's you?
That's me.
But laughing?
Yeah. And it was literally just after my dad left. And that is a period when I think that this was all created.
What do you mean by that?
My mum and dad split up when I was 17. Which put a lot of pressure on me, I feel.
What pressure did it put on you?
Well, it was kind of unexpected because he actually left my mum for my mum's best friend.
Okay.
So it's 2 people that I was very close to. And my mum found it very hard to handle, which sort of made me feel responsible for her in a way.
Yeah. So you said it happened unexpected.
Yeah, I had a feeling for a few years,
Where did you have a feeling?
probably in the pit of my stomach,
Pit in your stomach?
which is where it is now.
Yeah. How do you feel now inside?
Stressed out.
What else? What do you feel inside?
Sometimes it makes me feel empty.
Empty.
It's just different and I can't pinpoint why.
I just think you've pinpointed it. When you think about what the diarrhea is doing, it's emptying you. And you just told me that you felt empty. So it's as though that the IBS has been your body trying to communicate that you've been feeling empty by emptying you. Because the body's very symbolic by its nature. So I think to really help you, it'd be useful for us to clear the feeling of emptiness.
7 Brits with embarrassing illnesses are spending 14 days at a French Alpine detox resort where the aim is to completely rebuild each patient physically and emotionally using world-class experts in alternative and naturopathic therapies.
Fundamentally, the holistic approach means treating everybody as an individual. In other words, even if they have a label condition, IBS or IC or alopecia, we put the labels aside and treat them as unique individual bodies, minds and spirits. And that takes an awful lot more effort. It takes an awful lot more time. It requires therapists who listen, and then we are able to adapt to their needs.
In her session with mind detox therapist Sandy, IBS sufferer Pips admitted to feelings of sadness and emptiness after her parents split up. To shift her focus from that pain, he now wants to help her find a more positive identity.
What one word would you use to summarise what it is that you want from this experience?
God, some sort of future, I think.
A future?
Yeah.
So
At the moment I feel that everything's being held back because of my illness.
Okay. So if you could have a word or a phrase that could really summarise how you will be, what thought would go through your head if you had got what you wanted? You're leaving here, and what are you saying to the world?
Here I come again.
Here I come. Here I come again.
Yeah.
So why would you use that one then? Yeah, watch out world, because here Pip comes. Yeah. Fantastic.
Sandy believes EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique, could benefit Pip. This recently developed therapeutic tool has its basis in acupuncture. But instead of using needles, patients tap on well-established energy points to release deeply held negative emotions and rebalance thought patterns.
Take these 2 fingers and tap the top of your head and say, sad, scared and empty to lose mum and dad.
Sad, scared and empty to lose my mum and dad.
And then between your eyebrow and your nose, we're tapping meridian points here. Just down a bit. Brilliant. Sad, scared and empty to lose my mum and dad.
Sad, scared and empty to lose my mum and dad.
Sad, scared and empty to lose my mum and dad.
Sad, scared and empty to lose my mum and dad.
I'm full.
I'm full.
Life fills me up.
Life fills me up.
I say bring it on.
Bring it on.
I say watch out world, here I come.
Watch out world, here I come.
Pip's mental and emotional detox appears to have begun. And although tapping into the subconscious is a big part of the therapeutic process, sometimes simple subconscious relaxation is a therapy in itself. He's the only male detoxer, but 31-year-old Will seems very at home already.
I'm quite a girly guy anyway, so I fit right in.
I think that's really good that you can say that you're a girly guy, because a lot of guys wouldn't say that. You're comfortable with yourself.
I'd love to, go shopping with you a
Don't
bit.
get too far.
There's a lot of men who love pink.
I'm really manly as well.
Amongst fellow sufferers of embarrassing illnesses, Will's comfortable enough to joke around. But closer inspection of his torso reveals a rampant army of angry psoriasis patches which have dominated his life for 10 years, sometimes undermining his sense of manliness in intimate situations.
I'm always terrified when I meet someone for the first time, and there has to come a point where you reveal it. That's never something that you know how to deal with quite, and you expect someone to go, "What the hell's that?" and run for the door.
On the outside, Will seems relaxed, successful and attractive. But yesterday he revealed to Amanda and Sandy that he always feels an underlying anxiety.
Yeah, I've got a lot going on in my head all the time. I'm always thinking about what other people think of me, and I set myself quite high goals, and I'm disappointed if I don't achieve them.
Whether the anxiety causes the psoriasis or the psoriasis creates the anxiety may be key to Will's healing.
Hello, how are you? Oh, good.
His first therapy is with spiritual counsellor Natalia, who has 20 years' experience in the holistic field. Her combination of foot reading, energy analysis and crystal healing is designed to help her patients connect with their inner selves.
Most people come to me not thinking that they have a spirit, or even conscious of their individual creativity, which is what I would call their spirituality. But it's amazing when you discuss and explore that with them, their awareness opens up that maybe I have my inner personality, who makes me who I am, actually has got an importance in the way that I deal with my psychological issues and my physical issues. The psoriasis, did it begin at all at any point? Because I wonder if there was some kind of trigger that sort of started the ball rolling.
Well, yeah, it started from I think my second year of university, which pretty much was around the time that I made quite a personal film. It was one of my big second year project film, which was kind of exploring my relationship with both my parents, I suppose.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
Will's parents never lived together, not even before he was born, and he was raised by his mother.
You see, I feel like there's quite a lot of feminine energy with you as well, and I don't know whether it's not just because you're with all the ladies here, but I do think that there's kind of quite a strong female energy that you've sort of absorbed, and maybe that's connected with your mother when she was having a bit of a crisis. That we tend to do that if there's things going at home.
Will's feet are not the only focus of Natalia's attention. She works on souls, then minds, to assess what's going on in the body.
You've got great energy in your head, though, considering, I'm thinking, God, are you a very creative person? Because I got, it's really wide open up here. It's a bit like standing on top of a mountain on a sunny day. You've got lots of things coming down. But I think it's very interesting. It's sort of unravelling the anxiety of getting it right here and in here. It would allow this amazing vision that you have about projects and ideas and things, and you'll be able to manifest them. And I think there's a certain amount of frustration in you as well, not being able to take this magnificence that you've got here and push it into the world. Yeah.
My head feels quite...
Yeah, it's got even bigger now. Yeah, it was very interesting. I think you're a very spiritual person and in the making, and you're hiding a lot of that by just functioning, but I think that's the key. You know, you're quite an old soul, you're not a chickadee, and that's probably why you isolate yourself. You can't find your kindred spirits. But maybe without all the rubbish, they can feel safe enough to kind of come in, and the doors will open, I say.
Not everyone may want to open the spiritual door on their healing journey, but Natalia seems to have made an impression on Will.
I felt like I was a bit monosyllabic when I was answering her questions, and I suppose in a way I want people to prove themselves to me a bit before I can trust them, and so I think I was doing that a little bit. And at first I thought she was floundering a little bit, and then she really kind of struck a chord when she spoke about my creativity and my frustration, and that I know I've got all that creativity, and sometimes I can't express it properly, and that was like nail on the head.
One-on-one sessions are a crucial part of the healing process, but in the spirit of an alpine detox, director Amanda also wants the group to interact more with the natural environment in the hope it will move them beyond any limitations their illnesses may have imposed.
A lot of them have spent the last few years of their life cooped up indoors. They've not lived life to the full, they've not gone out, or they're kind of hiding from the world. And it's a really good way, actually, to get them to break out that cycle by sending them up a mountain or sending them on an outdoor activity that would never have done before. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how they adapt to that, but I want them really to go away from here feeling like they're connected back with nature.
This afternoon she's organised a group team building exercise which could prove physically and psychologically challenging.
As you might have figured out by now, what we're going to do is something a bit different. We're going to have a group rock climbing exercise. Very gentle, very easy, completely safe, completely secure.
I thought you meant just these rocks.
But if you're not comfortable, this is absolutely not something you're forced to do. It's just about us working together as a unit and as a team.
The reaction of the group couldn't be described as one of unbridled enthusiasm.
I'm going to sit this one out.
Yeah, you can sit. There's no, sometimes the biggest learning is actually saying, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And that's fine, you don't need to do it at all. Maybe just be there to support the other guys. Okay. Yeah. What about you?
I can work together helping
Don't
the
feel well
others,
at all at the moment.
In what way?
It's not as bad. It's not like a sheer, like...
How are you feeling?
I don't feel well at all.
What is it? What's the feeling? Describe the feeling.
It feels like somebody's shoving knitting needles at me.
The IC is really painful.
IC stands for interstitial cystitis, a chronic inflammation of the bladder wall. Nicola has suffered from bouts of it for the past 6 years and is currently experiencing a severe flare-up which she feels has an impact on her personality and her professionalism as a nurse.
When it's very bad, I'm grumpy, I'm irritable, I'm depressed, I find it hard to smile or laugh about anything, my sense of humour goes, complete sense of humour failure.
There's certainly no smiles or humour coming from Nicola today. She's trying the alternative approach because conventional medicine has offered no real answers. But she believes some foods exacerbate the IC, and she's not convinced the spa therapists are taking her concerns seriously enough.
I'm frightened that you're thinking it's in my head, and it's not in my head, it's a physical
It is a physical
thing.
condition, yeah.
And the food I've been eating here, I know it's just making me worse at the moment. I don't want it to be worse.
No.
I was feeling better, and I just think that they've got to take it seriously what I can eat at the moment.
Yeah, which I totally agree. And what we've got to do is get Karen, who's a nutritionist, to discuss with you exactly what they're going to prepare for you. But also, what I'm interested is looking at all the fear and the anxiety that is surrounding anyone being ill. Because it all has emotions. All conditions have emotions.
While Natalia tries to counsel Nicola through her crisis, the rest of the group are tackling the easy part of their rock climbing experience.
I think I'm quite unfit.
And Pip only seems to be managing thanks to the helping hand of spa mountain guide Gus. She's already refused to try scaling the cliff face, and once they're at the top, exactly who is prepared to harness their courage?
You do not all have to go up this rock face if you don't want to. Okay, this is completely up to you. Okay, this is just up to you. Well, come think of it. Does anyone actually want to do it? Anyone to give it a shot? Will want to do it? Will? Do you want to give it a shot too? Okay.
We'll do it, but it's something I would never, ever, ever do at home.
But you know what? Isn't that great?
Yeah.
The majority of the detoxers would never do this ordinarily, but the therapy team know the exercise could be beneficial on many levels. And 3 of them are on hand to observe how everyone reacts to the challenge and provide emotional support.
What's that?
You're wicked.
No, we're not. No, we're not. This is all part of the healing process.
I know.
People come to comfort zones, but
It's better.
people's comfort zones aren't actually that comfortable anyway. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We wanted to try first.
In the winter, mountaineering expert Jean-Luc is famous for his ski guiding prowess high on the slopes of the 15,000-foot Mont Blanc. But today's task is equally Herculean, encouraging reluctant rock climbers to conquer just a couple of feet.
We have to follow him, the rope.
Not surprisingly, the group's only male's the first to volunteer.
Good. Just little steps, short steps. Okay, that's it. Excellent.
Able to cover the worst of his psoriasis with clothing, Will's perhaps not retreated from the world as much as some of his fellow detoxers. And he's not fazed by the climb.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
For the girls, this is so far beyond their normal comfort zone that no matter how high they get today, each will have gone a step further in confronting their fears.
Excellent. That's it. Wow. Excellent.
Chronically constipated Samara normally feels too poorly to consider doing anything as active as this.
Yeah, that's it.
What's that?
Although yoga teacher Claire has been known to climb the walls at home like a woman possessed, which she often is, thanks to severe premenstrual tension.
Excellent. Woo! Hello. You can smile. Thank you. Excellent. Allez, another step. Yeah.
It's a very interesting yoga position. However, we need you to stand up.
The fortnight ahead of them is all about standing up to the self-limiting beliefs their embarrassing illnesses have fostered.
Push on your legs, push up.
Yes.
Seven Brits with life-limiting and embarrassing health problems are undergoing a 2-week mind and body alternative therapy regime in the fresh mountain air of the French Alps. Today, they've been faced with an unexpected team-building exercise, rock climbing, and not everyone leapt at the opportunity. Daily battles with diarrhea have certainly cowed IBS sufferer Pip's confidence, and she's too scared to try. And down below, Natalia is having to comfort interstitial cystitis sufferer Nicola, who's feeling too unwell to even leave the car.
So beautiful, and I so wanted to take it all in, and it just... I know.
It's not an unexpected result.
With all their conditions that they've come with, a lot of them have retreated from the world and they've become their condition, and they're fearful of really doing anything. You know, the likes of Pip has almost been homebound. She's 27, she's got so much to offer, and she's kind of cooped herself up in her own home. The likes of Nicola also fearful about actually doing things and engaging in things, even though she craves to live a full life again.
Someone else who craves to live a full life again is alopecia sufferer Kathy. And she's determined to seize the opportunities offered by the spa.
Well done, Kathy, you're doing really well.
With a supportive group behind her, she's not even thinking about her wig dislodging as she pushes herself to her vertical limit.
Right. Yeah, just here.
That's enough,
Just here, that's it.
Just do it.
Excellent. That's it.
Today's exercise is also about discovering how much they are able to trust.
I've got you.
So, yeah, you can... Ah, me, okay. You don't trust in Will. Okay, I'm here. Yeah, look. Okay, that's it.
You did well then.
You're making very well without me.
And as the climb gets into full swing, there's a very surprising appearance.
Oh,
Natalia's managed to persuade Nicola to face the challenge.
Well, we'll give you a quick impromptu lesson. I can go with you if you want.
And with Nicola setting a positive example, the therapists are keen to see if Pip too can harness her courage.
Everything after this will seem so much easier.
Yeah.
It'll be the different perspective.
Also,
Because if you've not left your house for so many years, and all of a sudden you're not only up a cable car, but you're happy up a rock face.
yeah.
Just imagine how your life is going to change, how you see yourself. You can go 2 feet, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as you do a bit, I think that's the key.
Do you get the harness on? And you
I'll
can
do
at
it,
least
I'll
feel
do
what
it,
it's
but
like.
I'll have to do it straight away.
Right,
Yeah.
I haven't done time
Right,
to think
that's it.
about it.
Another one.
Another one.
True to her word, as soon as she's kitted out, Pip steps up to the challenge.
All right, push on your feet. Relax, huh? We have time, no problem. And now you will move your right foot on your right. Okay.
Hey!
Take one more step.
One more step?
One more
Yeah?
step.
Allez, a short one on your right.
She didn't reach great heights physically, but psychologically, Pip's made a giant leap.
I bet it was about 2 feet
It
up.
doesn't make any difference. How do you feel about the fact that you even took the challenge up rather than not?
Yeah, I'm glad I did. Glad I did. Yeah. Because I would have gone back today probably regretting it, because I always stand back and...
Oh, is that your nature to do
Well,
that?
because I'm frightened that it's the whole toilet thing, so it's easier not to do things than what it is to get on and do them.
And it just shows you can do that. No, it will stay with you, that kind of feeling of kind of pride that you made the effort. Let's see who's up next.
Juliet's now ready to see what she can achieve. Like many of her fellow climbers, she feels galaxies away from her usual comfort zone. Acne's decimated her skin, and the embarrassment she feels over that has decimated her confidence.
You want to come down?
Can you come down?
Okay? All right, so, okay.
Like everyone else, if Juliet wants to confront her demons, this is the place to do it.
Okay, you want to fly? Allez, fly. Fly, allez.
And the trust required to make the descent can bring up unexpected emotion.
I didn't feel, I knew that she was holding the rope, but I didn't feel that I could trust her.
I know, because I think that's a lot to do with past stuff, isn't it? Okay? All right. And then if you couldn't trust her, what was going to happen to you?
I was going to fall.
That's all right, that's really good, okay? And that's a lot to do with not being able to let go. Yeah, that was fine.
And when Nicola finally takes to the cliff face, she impresses the rest of the group with her get up and go.
Oh my God, there's no way on earth.
I don't think I would. But I want to be able to do that.
Oh my God.
Bonjour.
Hello, Patrick. This is the camera.
It's a long way.
She was the one that wasn't even going to leave the car, and she's got all the way to the top. Isn't that amazing?
If everyone, including Nicola, can get as good a foothold on the holistic approach to health and understand the mind-body connection, they may yet be able to separate themselves from the fear and pain associated with their conditions.
Excellent, well done. So, I was optimistic? Yeah.
The most important thing about the rock climbing is that it forced them to be in the moment and to disassociate from their illness, which had been ruling all of their lives. Un, deux, trois, fromage! You know, it was just fascinating to see that if we can help them engage in the moment and forget about all the baggage that's come with their embarrassing illness, we can really begin to help them enjoy themselves better, but also help their bodies and minds really heal and step into a whole new way of being, really.
Once back at the spa, the other therapists are quick to organise a debrief with Karen, Nicola's assigned nutritionist, on the icy sufferer's diet distress prior to the rock climb.
Somehow I think pushing her now would be the wrong thing to do. Just leave her in this. Yeah.
At the moment, it's more important that she knows that she can trust us.
Yeah, totally.
Build up that trust, yeah.
Nicola is adamant her bladder problems are purely physical, but here at the spa, they strongly believe chronic illnesses can be linked to unhealthy emotions.
Metaphysically, certain organs actually trigger certain emotions. We hold certain emotions. For instance, the liver is where we hold a lot of frustrations and anger, but the kidneys and bladder area is very much fear. And so she's very classic. She's portraying very classic symptoms of fear, of moving forward, of letting go, of coming out of a comfort zone.
But as Nicola has already gained a reputation as a sceptic, for now, Karen just wants to do a basic nutritional analysis.
So what about things like your diet? How restricted is it now? What are you actually eating?
It's very restricted now. I sort of stick to rice, chicken and peas. That calms it down. And I've been just eating white bread with just toast. So that's basically what my diet's been.
White bread?
White bread.
No fruits, obviously, because of the acidity that you find a problem. We've got to change that for the future.
Yes.
We have got to change that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a horrible feeling to be scared to eat.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And when I was in remission, because I did go into remission, and I slowly introduced sort of everything back in.
Yeah.
And I was able to eat and drink everything, but why I think I've got this relapse is because I ate and drank everything to excess. Would you mind, please, if I went to the loo at this point?
No, of course not.
Thank you.
No.
Rather bursting.
No, off you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
The basic truth about Nicola's limited diet is not good news for Karen, an experienced practitioner of nutritional medicine.
Nicola's diet is incredibly restricted. It's very much white-based, you know, white rice, white bread, very starchy. There's no nutrients in there. It's mainly carbs. So she's actually been lacking in a lot of essential nutrients, particularly zinc, the B vitamins, and these are all needed for her immune system. So that's what I'm going to have to sort of change that, because you can actually, with food, actually dampen down a lot of inflammation. So we need to work step by step with Nicola, because obviously there's a lot of fear around food and what she's actually eating. So it's just going to be a little bit two or three steps at a time, nothing major. But I'm hoping after the detox that her confidence of trying different things will actually help me in the future to help her sort of to progress to a wider variety of foods, more healing foods.
Drawing Nicola out of the confines of her beliefs could prove challenging, but the team of holistic healers still have psychological and spirituality-based methods to try. This afternoon, mind detox therapist Sandy is introducing Samara to his technique of subconscious fact-finding. And his initial questioning reveals that she may have had her condition as early as the age of 2.
There's a couple of things that you've talked about so far that I want to pick up on.
Okay.
I would like to know what was happening around the time of your life, age 2.
I don't know why am I emotional? Because nothing happened.
Well, a part of you, something did happen, because a part of you just, we hit a button.
But I don't know what it is.
Well, we're going to find that out, because we just accessed an unconscious memory that has emotion attached to it that could be the root cause of the constipation, because you said that you've always had it, and I asked you when, and you said age 2. So we need to figure out what that was. Is that right?
Yeah, but honestly, I had, as far as I can remember, I did have a happy childhood. I've got 2 parents. I had a sister. They looked after me. It's really odd.
Samara's childhood may well have been happy and carefree, but her adulthood is not. Attractive and bubbly on the outside, the 36-year-old is blocked up on the inside. Severe constipation and migraines dominate her life and affect her personality.
I do moan a lot about not feeling well, and the topic of conversation on the phone is often, oh, how are you feeling, how's your head, have you been to the toilet? And that's, my mum and sister will say it to me in every phone call, I would say.
But there is one other talking point. Sometimes the constipation's so bad it can cause a rectal prolapse, when part of the bowel drops down through the back passage.
It's not painful, but it obviously is extremely embarrassing. It's happened to me when I've gone shopping at lunchtime and I've had to come home and change my underwear, for example. It's something that I think a young woman shouldn't have to be dealing with.
In a bid to clear her bowel and head, Samara's now prepared to try anything, even exploring her subconscious.
Great, I'd like to ask you a question. I want you to give me your very first answer.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to make sense.
Okay.
It's almost better if it doesn't. I want you to give me the first thought that comes to mind, like the absolute first one. Now, the second one is usually I don't know, and when I'm in answering to the question. And the third one is usually thought about after a few seconds. So I'm going to click my fingers. I just want you to give me the first answer, the thing that's in your mind at that point.
Okay.
So, the constipation and migraines. What's the root cause of this condition? The first event, which when resolved, would cause it to disappear? If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth?
I really, really don't.
What was the first answer that came to mind? Before, during, or after?
After.
If you were to know, what age were you? What's the first number to come to mind?
5.
5 days, weeks, months, or years?
5 years.
5 years? It might feel like you're making this up at this point. But
yeah.
Don't worry about that.
It
because
does a bit. I'm just like. But
that's
then that
normal.
number's coming to my head, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's coming to your head. You could have had any number at all.
Yeah.
So just roll with it.
Okay.
Rolling with it, Samara manages to recall several incidents around the age of 5, with a consistent theme of being afraid of getting lost.
And I called him and he didn't hear me. I thought, oh Christ, I don't know where I am, I don't know where to go. And I did panic.
Information which piques Sandy's interest.
something happened quite early on, it appears,
Right.
that taught you to fear the possibility of loss and scared, and that might be really useful for us to resolve. Is that all right?
I could mention one quick thing that might help.
No, please do. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something my mum told me, because I was in this has come back now.
Go.
She had a car accident when she was pregnant with me, and it's funny how all this stuff comes out. Obviously I only know this because she told me, and she said she was quite late on in the pregnancy and she had this accident. I think she went into a ditch.
Right.
And she panicked and she just ran. She just got out the car and ran.
I work with a lot of people that actually end up dealing with stuff that happened in the womb, and so when you're telling me this, it's like neon above your head at the moment, going that your mum was scared to lose you at that moment in time.
Right, okay.
Which could have installed a fear of loss in you from that early on. What's also fascinating is that this is an issue that you have relating to your stomach, and you were at that point in your mum's stomach.
Yeah.
So all these things are kind of flags.
Yeah.
Of, okay, there might be something to resolve here. It can seem like an amazing thing to think that it's possible that an unborn child can pick up on what the mother's going through, but then it also kind of makes sense because they are connected. The nervous systems are one at that point. And so if a mother experiences a traumatic event, it is possible that that event and that trauma is experienced by the unborn child too. And that can cause a trauma to the nervous system, which can then later in life come out in a physical condition.
Holistic healing always looks for parallels between mind and body. So in theory, Samara may need to resolve blockages in her subconscious as well as her colon to regain full. It's still very early days at the start of embarrassing illnesses. But on an extreme detox, the healing journey is often as unpredictable as the mountain weather. And this evening, the day's rock climbing highs appear to have given way to lows for some of the group.
I feel tired. I've slept, still feel tired. It is subdued. Yeah.
I feel really elated. And I'm trying to suppress. I feel really guilty, and I'm trying to like suppress
don't feel guilty about
and
it.
it's because you sort of look really sad, and I think, and that was how I felt yesterday.
I don't feel very positive today because I'm not feeling very well at the moment.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I can't expect miracles. I've got to give it time to work.
You just want to feel well, don't you, all the time? And once we've started, you, I think, probably expect too much too soon, almost. But yeah.
They say it's a healing crisis, don't they?
And you get almost, you have to feel worse before you feel better, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Oh well, I'll be better tomorrow then.
I'm sure it will.
I can't feel much worse than I'm feeling at the moment.
The detoxer's current state is not out of the ordinary.
Each experience is individual to that person, and there's highs and lows, and those that come the strongest might end up being the weakest on a certain day, and vice versa. So it's a real mixed bag of experience that they're going to have. And my main hope is that they're open to it, because if they're open to it, they're going to have the most life-changing, incredible experience ever.
And as the first full day of physical and psychological challenges draws to an end, spiritual therapist Natalia wants to introduce the detoxers to some rock stars.
I can use these quartz and it can clear energy out of the body. It balances energy up as well.
She has practices in London and LA, and wherever she goes, her crystals go with her, as she believes they have specific healing qualities.
I bought some of I call them my babies, I bought some of my crystals that I use at home and in my clinic. And they basically, the reason why I use them is because they amplify and draw in a lot of light, a lot of positive energy in the process of what I do with healing. If you feel that you need some kind of protection, these are great. If you need some insight or an awareness, these are good, the amethysts. The green stone is green calcite, and that's very healing. I mean, for instance, although you can choose, with anyone who's got what I call a very flared up condition, very fiery condition, this is very soothing. It's the absolute antithesis of something that's very fiery or infectious. And so I always use these for general healing. If you feel like you really want to make a breakthrough, he's fantastic, and I say he because he's a real my boy crystal, because he absolutely hits the heart. Yeah, I wonder why. And he hits the heart in other regions, and very powerful too.
Having explained the healing properties she believes each crystal has, Natalia ends the evening with a clear quartz meditation.
Okay, so if you just sit, and I know you're all tired, but I want you to just sit comfortably. And if you just close your eyes, and where I want you to feel sensitive is like coming out of your head and into your body. And we're going to take 3 long, deep breaths to do that. And then slowly I want you to feel into the palms of your hands. Okay, so just close your eyes, make sure you're comfortable in your chair, and start to breathe. And as you're starting to breathe, I want you to imagine a big circle of light inside the circle that we're sitting in. And this circle of light is getting stronger and more powerful. And in its brilliance, it's starting to connect with the crystals in your hand. And I want you to draw as much energy as you need, like you're really thirsty and you haven't drunk for days. I want you to draw all that light through into the crystals, and then draw that light through the crystals, through the insides of your arms into your hearts.
Whether everyone is open to the energy of the crystals remains to be seen. But tonight, PMS sufferer Claire seems to have responded.
It felt painful right there.
Yeah.
And I could really feel it coming through my hand to
That's
here.
good, yeah, with the left hand, that's great. So you were really open to that. That was good.
Yeah, it was a bit...
Yeah.
It felt good, but kind of difficult to control in some ways.